What's going on, everybody? Smack Sports here, bringing you episode 2 of this Tennessee Titans Owner Mode Connected franchise mode here in Madden NFL 16. And so this video didn't really go to plan. Can't really show you too much of the gameplay, so I'm going to do a quick recap. Before I get into the stats and how the game went down, I just want to explain the trade I did in episode 1, which was for Ryan Matthews. And the reason for that trade was because our starting running back was Bishop Sankey. He was like a 70, I want to say 77 overall, maybe even less. But that, for a starting running back, that overall, that's not really what you'd want. It's not too bad of a backup, but a starting running back, that's not too good. And so I wanted to get a better player. I looked in free agency, didn't really see much. And then I was thinking of two people to trade for, either Ryan Matthews or Reggie Bush. Now, why I want to trade for these guys is because they're both third-string running backs with a higher overall than Bishop Sankey. I believe they're both very low 80s, if not like 80 right on the dot, maybe 79. Pretty sure Ryan Matthews is like an 81, 82 overall, give or take a few. He was around the 82 overall, and I went with him over Reggie Bush. There wasn't really anything really pulling me towards him. I just decided him because I was picking one or the other. But also Reggie Bush, he has been showing some downside as of late. Ever since he left the Saints, he hasn't quite been the same. Ryan Matthews hasn't really done much bad. He's just had players on his team, such as DeMarco Murray, Darren Sproles, that were better than him. And so he didn't quite get the starting job. Not that he was doing bad, just other players were doing better. Reggie Bush went down on the third string because he was not doing too good. Also, he's pretty injury prone. So we went with Ryan Matthews. And in this game, he killed it. This was game 1 of the NFL season. Titans versus Buccaneers. It was Marcus Mariota versus Jameis Winston. Number 1 overall pick versus number 2 overall pick. Two rookie quarterbacks coming in to this game. And I mean, they kind of dueled each other in stats. In a way, you can look at it one way or the other. Either way, Tennessee came up on top 14-0 over the Buccaneers, scoring a touchdown in the first and second quarter. I believe on consecutive drives, nothing much else happened there. So you can see that the Titans led in total offense, rushing yards obviously. Ryan Matthews had over 110 yards, maybe over 120. He was between 110 and 120 yards, I do believe. Passing yards, this is where Winston did better than Mariota. Was obviously, as a quarterback, he did better passing. But at the end of the day, Titans won 14-0. So who you think won that battle, I'm not too sure. That is your own opinion. Yeah, Mariota had 81 passing yards. Winston had 145, 12 first downs to 8 first down. Not a lot of punt return yards. Kick return yards, since we scored 2 touchdowns, we had 2 more kickoffs. They had 2 more kick returns, which led to them getting that lead. And total yards gained was pretty even. Buccaneers edged out just 12 more yards. There was 1 turnover each. I believe Mariota threw an interception, but he also threw for a touchdown, which Winston did not do. And I don't know if it was Doug Martin or a receiver that fumbled. I'm not positive. It also could have been Winston, I guess, but not too sure. Third down conversions, Titans did better, 6-4. Nobody went for 4th down conversion or 2-point conversion. And obviously the Buccaneers didn't score at all, so their red zone percentages are not too good. And time of possession were 2 more minutes to the Buccaneers. We look at the individual stats here, and here you can see Jameis Winston's passer rating was 99.7 to Mariota's 71.8. He also had more yards, but didn't have a touchdown, whereas Mariota did. Also didn't throw an interception. The longest pass doesn't really matter. It looks like statistically Winston had the better game. But like I said before, at the end of the day, Titans came out on top. So, and here we have Ryan Matthews. He had 112 yards running on 17 attempts. Bishop Sankey, he had 3 carries. He also got 7 yards per carry. Doug Martin just getting 2 yards per carry. Jameis Winston even had a 13-yard run. And Mariota with an 8-yard run. How about that? Both quarterbacks throwing as well as running. Luke Stalker, he had the most receptions in this game. Kind of surprising, as you would think they would go more towards Evans and they would go more towards Wright. But they each got 3 receptions, and Josh Morgan also got 3 receptions. However, Mike Evans did get 51 yards, whereas Stalker just got 26. But yeah, 51 yards on 3 passes, not too shabby. Kind of like just 16 yards. Russell Shepard, 2 receptions, 8 yards. Vincent Jackson had 2 very big catches, obviously 37 yards. Delaney Walker, he had 2 catches, and so did Harry Douglas. And here, leading the way with tackles, Major Wright with 12. Next closest was Lavonte David with 7, and Chris Conti with 7 as well. A free safety, a strong safety, both top 2 in tackles. And Danny Lanzano, he had 6 tackles, and so all Buccaneers players in the top 4 tackle leaders. And then we have a bunch of Tennessee players, Matt Weston Huff with 5, Brian Rackbo with 5, Jason McCourty with 4, Wesley Woodyard with 4, Denoris Searcy with 4, Avery Williamson 3, Terrell Casey 3, and then Alteron Werner 3, and Damian Stafford 3. Everybody else with 2, 1, or none. Take a look. Tackle for loss. Lavonte David had 2, Major Wright had 1, Chris Conti had 1, and Brian Rackbo had 1. Sacks, there was only 1 sack this whole game by Terrell Casey, and Alteron Werner had the only interception. He didn't return it, had a whole 0 yards. Deflections, there was 1 by Jason McCourty, 1 by Wesley Woodyard. Probably just dropped interceptions pretty much. And Jason McCourty also forced a fumble, which would be recovered by Brian Rackbo. Just 3 punts this whole game, 2 by the Buccaneers. Jacob Shum, just called him Scum, and Brett Kern had 1. And Bobby Rainey Jr. with 24 yards per kick return, and 22 yards for Russell Shepard, and nothing too interesting there. 8 yards for the punt return. That's pretty much how this game went down. Statistically, pretty close both ways, but at the end of the day, it's score 14-0 in favor of Tennessee. Anyways, for this video, next video will be gameplay video for week 3. And yeah, anyways, that's for this video. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoy. I'm going, gone. See ya.